We begin with breaking news. Mexico has extradited the notorious drug lord and escape artist Joaquin El Chapo Guzman to the United States. He's wanted in the U.S. for drug trafficking. He was believed to be heading to New York. CGTN's Frank Contreras joining us now live from Mexico City. Frank, what can you tell us about all of this?
Well, first of all, Mike, let's remember to point out that this was one of the most wanted criminal drug lords in the entire world, one of the most powerful organized crime leaders as well, not just in Latin America, but anywhere. His drug trafficking reach stretched all the way to Australia, China, even Europe and the United States, of course. Now, we're told tonight that from the Mexican government, this is now confirmed, Joaquin El Chapo Guzman, leader of the Sinaloa cartel, is on his way in a jet as we speak to the United States. It looks like he's headed for a district court in New York City, in Brooklyn to be exact, where he'll face charges that include at least 12 murder charges. He's thought to be the mastermind behind a number of murders that were ordered at the hands of drug hitmen here in Mexico. Of course, also money laundering, that could involve more than $1 billion of money that was laundered, and trafficking of cocaine into the United States. Now, Mike, it's important to point out as well that it's not just in Brooklyn where the former leader of the Sinaloa cartel will face charges. There are also at least 6 other federal district court judges waiting to give him charges in other locations, including Miami, Chicago, San Diego, and other places like Texas. And so this is a major story tonight here in Mexico, just hours before the world turns its attention to the United States, of course, as you know, Mike.
Yeah, well, let's talk a little bit about that, because the timing of all of this, you know, why at this moment? It's just hours before a new U.S. president set to be sworn in as president. Why happening now, do you think?
Well, we do know that this was in the works for some time. It's been about a year since Chapo Guzman was recaptured. Remember, he was jailed 3 times, escaped twice, one spectacularly through a tunnel. And then once he was recaptured, he was sent to the northern border city in Mexico, along the U.S.-Mexico border, Ciudad Juarez to be exact, where he was waiting extradition. His legal team did all they could, sending an appeal to Mexico's Supreme Court. Mexico's Supreme Court denied that appeal yesterday. Now, we're told unofficially that this actually could be a nod to the incoming administration of Donald Trump, a message from Mexico saying, we are good allies here in the war on drugs and in regional security. And so that's kind of what the idea here is in Mexico. Why tonight? Because a new administration is coming and Mexico wants to show itself as a good neighbor, Mike.
Frank Contreras live for us in Mexico City. Thanks so much.
Breaking news now, we are learning that Mexico's most notorious drug kingpin has been extradited to the U.S. Joaquin El Chapo Guzman was handed over to U.S. authorities this afternoon. He's said to be on an airplane to New York right now. Guzman will face drug trafficking and other charges.